What defines a hero? Is it capes?
Thank you for being a hero among us.
That's so cool. Thank you. This is awesome. It's so fancy. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I love this. Something that really inspired me to do the work that I'm doing currently really came from going to college, going to Sonoma State. I signed up for this like spring break weekend type thing where we did environmental justice work in the East Bay. And so that volunteer weekend really kind of opened my eyes to like, oh yeah, this is what I want to be doing. Like this is the issue I want to focus on. I started working for the Climate Center, and my coworker actually started the Sunrise chapter here in Sonoma County. And that's where I first heard about it. I guess my catalyst moment was when a lot of members of the Sunrise movement in the Bay Area did a sit-in at Nancy Pelosi's office. And that was the first time I saw them in the news, and I was like, that's awesome, and that's what I want to be doing. And I just went and did it. So that's how I got really involved in the Sunrise movement and in climate activism in general. Being a group of climate activists who are very much civically engaged, you know, we show up to city council meetings, we protest, we do escalated actions. I think that having people see who we are and what we stand for really puts our narrative out there and gets people thinking about an issue maybe in a different light than they never would have previously. I think as far as our youth component as a movement versus some of the older traditional environmentalists, I think we bring a new perspective. I think a lot of traditional environmental movements are very much trying to work with our current systems that are failing us, and we are very much about the overhaul of these systems that are failing us. I would have never really pegged myself as an activist or a leader. And I think having to force myself in these roles of like being civically engaged and having conversations with like mayors and city council people, it really definitely just like makes you get over any fear. You're like, if you want the change to happen, you have to have these conversations and you have to put yourself out there. So I definitely have seen more leadership growth since I've started in this movement. And living in Sonoma County, which is predominantly white and skews a lot older, you know, I don't think those conversations were really happening in a really meaningful way. So I'm really happy to see that transformation within the community as well. Anyone who's like putting themselves out on the line, whether that's like risking arrest or risking, you know, just being kicked out of some sort of organization or group because they're voicing their opinion. Like, I think there's a lot to say for those people, and it's really inspiring to me. If I could leave the audience with one final thought, I want to share a quote that I'm pretty much paraphrasing from a climate activist named Cal Martinez. He said, "Your activism doesn't have to look like my activism." We think we need to be out on the streets all the time. We need to do certain things that some people aren't capable of doing or don't want to do. I would say if you are really passionate about something, find what you really like doing. Your activism should make you happy. You shouldn't have to conform to any other idea of what activism is.
A hero is someone who helps other people in need and makes the world a better place. A hero is a person who needs someone really. A hero is a person who helps people and things that need to be saved.
I think a hero is someone who doesn't only love themselves, but tries to find the love and goodness in others and tries to help them. I think it's the type of person